Hello everyone and welcome back to another Monster Hunter Wilds video. Today I wanted to go through what I think is possibly my favourite build I have made so far. It is an almost perfect sword and shield build. I'm still missing a few decorations and a few kind of perfected pieces of the Artium weapons, but I'd like to give you a general idea of what I'm using in the game so that you guys can have a go at using this. This is melting tempered monsters within less than 3 to 4 minutes. And I'm having a whole lot of fun with it, so let's get straight into it. Now, starting off with the weapons we're using, I'm actually using elemental Artian weapons. Now, honestly, for these ones, you're going to want to try and get your reinforcement bonus on element. I managed to get 2 on here, but if you can, ideally, all 5 would be insane to get. It's probably not going to happen, but it would be very, very, very cool if you could. So definitely keep an eye out for that god roll if you can. Now, moving on to our armor, I'm running 4-piece Gorgala, 2 of the Alpha helmet and chest, and 2 of the Beta on the waist and boots, with the Guardian Arkveld Beta Vambraces, and a Phoenix Charm too. Now, let's go through why we're running those pieces. Well, we want the Gormagala's Tyranny buff, which means that we get inflicted with Frenzy, gaining extra recovery, and then when we lose that we get an extra 15% affinity, I believe, or it's attack power. I'd have to double check, but it's one of those 2 things. There we go. So it's just an extra attack power and raises attack when against large monsters. So in general, you constantly have an attack boost and extra attack power when we recover from that frenzy. Now, the Arkveld Vambraces are just there for the extra weakness exploit, if I'm being honest, and the fact I can put 3 protection jewels on for that absolutely wonderful Divine Blessing 3, randomly reducing our damage by 50%. That is massive. Now, onto our actual skills. Well, for this weapon, it's not quite perfect. Ideally, you would want to have a crit element frost jewel, a guardian frost jewel, and for me personally, I'd like to have a charger frost jewel for that extra charge damage. But it just depends on what you like. Some people might want Iron Wall Frost instead, but that's just personal preference. Now, as far as the other things I'm running 3 Tenderizer jewels along with our gloves to get us to max Tenderizer. As you can see there, I've got the max Ice Attack and max Critical Element to make sure I'm running that. I have 2 Maximum Might because that is just a huge buff, and I've realized that even after doing the backstep and losing stamina, by the time you're on your second hit of Perfect Rush, you immediately have Maximum Might up and running again for the rest of it. Now, I've got that extra Sane Jewel there just to push my antivirus over to level 3 to get that extra bonuses along with Coalescence. When you lose out on that Frenzy, you're going to get a huge buff in general. The Leap Jewel there is just to stop me getting knocked out the air when I do my jumping backstep attack, because it does help a lot. I've noticed it saves you in a lot of circumstances, and you can go ahead and ignore the decorations on the lightning weapon because they're just not finished yet. As well as that, I'm running the Corrupted Mantle for that extra damage, but apart from that, I think it's best I just take this build in and show you what it's like. Okay, so as we are on our way to go to our hunt, we're going to hunt a Lala Barina just because I thought it might be a little bit of fun, especially using the weapon we have. I think Sword and Shield works really well against her, and I want to know, what weapon are you guys maining? I'm sort of sure of if you're on this Sword and Shield video, you're probably considering using Sword and Shield, which is fantastic. I think Sword and Shield has got one of the best glow-ups in Monster Hunter history in this game. I have never really been a fan of Sword and Shield, but my god, I absolutely love it this time round. So let's give this monster a bit of a whooping. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you enter the fight is throw on your Corrupted Mantle. Now this is going to boost our attack damage by a significant amount. Obviously, I don't know if this monster is actually weak to water. Probably should have tested on a monster that is weak to water. We actually now have 2 Lalas. Luckily, one of them isn't going to stay around. And I'll try and demonstrate what I can with the weapon. Now, I'm a little bit tired, I've been playing for a long time, so if I don't play the best, I do apologize, but let's see what kind of damage we can pull out here. I'm trying to get that perfect guard off, but it just doesn't seem to want to come. So let's pull out those wounds, get ready to pop those. Let's get this perfect guard. So as you can see, we now have our Coalescence, there's our perfect guard. And if we could just pop that wound there, now the monster's down. Now, here's where it can shine. So while you've got the mantle up, honestly, I recommend just spamming your standard attacks, if I'm being honest. Don't even go into your Perfect Rush. Don't even go into your charged attacks. Just focus on landing those general attacks, and you're going to see this monster's health melt. Now, I'm trying to avoid getting poisoned, to be honest, right now. or paralyzed, actually. Should probably make sure I use the correct terminology or someone's going to go crazy. Up we go. Big damage on the way down. Pop that wound. Get the monster down again. And here's where we're going to go for our perfect rush. And you can see, look at that damage on that perfect rush. Gonna come back down, pop that wound. Pop that wound. And we are just absolutely melting this monster. Go for a nice charge attack. If you have the charge up deco, that's going to do a lot of damage. And it ran away before I could finish it off. So let's chase that down and finish off this monster. But you can see those damage numbers for the speed I'm putting out the damage is pretty crazy. And I'm sure this build can get even crazier. So I'm going to have a whole lot of fun with this. Now, guys, if you have enjoyed the build and you are enjoying the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, because it really does help me out in the long run. Every like on this video does push it further and further into YouTube's algorithm, which does help me kind of stand out among other creators. So, we're going to pop that little wound on its side there, as soon as we can. Pull open those wounds. There we go, give me that. Give me it, and it's down. Go for that second pop. And if I'm being honest, this thing is practically dead already. Let's go for a nice perfect rush. And it's dead. And that was a lovely Lala Barina hunt. Honestly, I could have done that a little faster had it been a bit more optimized. 4 minutes is not the best. Definitely could have killed that faster. But if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, all that good stuff. Show me your sword and shield builds down in the Discord in the description, and I can't wait to see what you guys pull out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later in a bit.